Welcome in. It is time to make those zucchini fritters that I've wanted to do for the last couple days. For this recipe, it is 3 to 4 medium zucchinis. I'm going to need some peppers chopped, and these are the Hungarian sweets. I just let them go to get the red. And then we're going to need either some green onions chopped up, or I'm going to go ahead and use onions that I have on hand and chop those up. We're going to put 2 eggs, and that's going to be our wet ingredients. Then we need to also do our dry ingredients, and what we're going to need for that is flour, cumin, salt, baking powder, Parmesan cheese, the last time I put some ground red pepper, but I don't know if I'm going to put as much. Then some garlic powder, black pepper, and some breadcrumbs. I like the panko or Italian breadcrumbs, whatever you want to use or whatever you have on hand is going to work. So let's get started with our wet ingredients. I already have the zucchini shredded up. I just did it with a cheese grater. We're going to add in our eggs. We're going to use 2. I'm going to mix this up. Time to do the peppers. Now we're going to do the onions, and I'm just going to use up what I have. I'm not going to start a new one. If you have the green onions, you can go ahead and use those. You don't need that much. Now you add the onions in after it's all chopped up. You're going to need 1 cup of flour. You're going to need a 1/3 cup of Parmesan cheese grated. You're going to need a 1/2 teaspoon of cumin, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1 1/2 teaspoons of baking powder. Then you'll need a 1/4 teaspoon of ground red pepper right here. We're going to have to add in a teaspoon of garlic powder, and we can add pepper to taste. We're going to mix all the dry ingredients together. Last, we need a teaspoon of garlic powder. And I'm not going to add pepper right now. Mix that up really good so you don't have chunks here and there of specific spices. Make sure everything is mixed together good. Now we're going to take this and we're going to add that into the wet ingredients. And see how that thickened up? So you'll be able to make a ball with that. That's what we are looking for. If you need to add a little more flour, go ahead and do so. Just be careful, don't add too much at first because you don't want to have it too dry. All right, at this point what we're going to do is I'm going to use a cast iron skillet. I'm going to get this heated up. I'm going to put it on medium heat. Then I'm going to add butter into the skillet. About a tablespoon. And then along with this, we're going to go ahead and add some olive oil. And we're just going to drizzle it. I'm going to take it off of it a little bit because I don't want it to get overly hot. And then we're going to take a bowl and put our breading in, and then we're going to get started. So I'll put that back on the heat. I'm going to do these small. So I'm going to make it kind of like a big meatloaf size. Yeah, I think that'll work good. I'm going to put a little bit more. That'll be the size I'm going to work with. I'm going to put it in a ball like this. Put it down in the breadcrumbs. Cover it up. Press it down. And we're going to put that right into the skillet. And we're going to keep moving. And we're just going to do 3 at a time because I don't want that temperature to come down. It's cooking pretty good. I'm just going to move it around. I'm going to turn it up just a little bit. I want that temperature to come up a bit. All right, let's check them, see what they look like on the other side. Flip it. Perfect. That's exactly what we're looking for. We're going to get the other side done just like that. Put a paper towel down to soak up some of the oil. Check the other side. A few minutes more. But see how easy this is? I'm just going to keep making these, piling them up here, and then dinner's going to be ready. All right, these are ready. They look good. I cannot wait. And then in between, that's a little bit hot, but in between, move it off so it doesn't get too hot while you're making the next batch. And just keep going back and forth, and if you need to add some oil, go ahead and add some oil in, which I'm going to add a little bit because I don't like it to be right onto the skillet. I like to have just a thin layer every time I do a batch. All right, I'm finishing up the last ones. I'm taking them out. Turn everything off. Take that off the heat. And now we're going to try one. And with these, you can make it like a burger. It's shaped just like it. You can use it as you would like a bean burger or that. You could go ahead and do it like a sandwich. You can eat it just as a side dish. You can also, what I'm going to end up doing is taking and having some tomatoes with this. And the only thing I'm missing is sour cream. I did not pick up any sour cream. Let's give it a quick taste. And these are really good. I like these as a snack. You can make it a little more spicy if you like it that way. But it's got such a good crunch, and all the flavors just kind of come together. And we like using olive oil. We like the taste of olive oil, and I think you will too. But you can use any oil that you want. Time for my dinner. I'm going to go ahead and head over to the table, and I'll see you guys in the next video. It makes a total of 12. I had 3, and I went ahead and froze the rest. And you can pull them out anytime you want some.